Dear students, today's class begin with the random variable and probability distribution. Last class I have completed about the Bayes theorem. Please concentrate on Bayes theorem problems because one of the question will be compulsory for 3 marks. So today's class will be random variable and probability distribution. So what is random variable means? I will give the definition. Random variable is nothing but a real valued function. It means variable means we are going to denote with the x. Random variable is denoted with the x. It always gives the real function. Which function it will give? Real valued function. So from where it will give the real valued function means whose domain is the sample space of a random experiment. So from where we are going to get the real number means we are going to get from the random experiment sample space. So always it will give the real number. Okay, real number we know that. So what is x denote? X denote the random variable and it always gives the real valued function. And from where we have to take the numbers, all those elements we has to take from the sample space. If I am telling orally we can't understand, so I will give one of the best example. So let us have one of the random experiment, that is tossing a coin 2 times. So I will write here random experiment. Consider a coin or else consider an experiment of tossing a coin 2 times. So when the coin is tossed 2 times, what are the possible outcomes? We are going to write in the sample space. We know that, just write it down. S is equal to HH, next will be HT, then will be TH and another will be TT. So these are the elements we are going to take as a domain for the real valued function or else random variable. It will always gives the real number. How means I will explain. X of HH, this is the domain. From where we have taken? Sample space. As I said in the definition, whatever the real valued function we are going to take, whose domain is the sample space. So these are the domain from the sample space. First of all we will denote what is x. X is equal to number of heads we will take. This is the assumption we have to take here. Let x denotes the number of heads. So x of HH from the sample space, how many heads are there? 2. Next, similarly, all the elements we have to take. X of HT. What x we have denote? Number of heads. So how many heads are there? 1. Next, x of TH. How many heads are there? 1. X of TT is equal to 0. Even though we have denoted here only number of heads, but we are preferring x of TT also. Why I am preferring? Because I said that whatever the elements we are taking from the sample space. So in the sample space TT is also present. So you have to consider even though heads are absent. So the value will be 0. Is it whatever we got 2, 1, 0? Is it a real number? So this is nothing but your real valued function is known as random variable. So not only number of heads, for this experiment we can denote more than one random variable. So similarly, instead of x I can give the number as y also. What I will denote y? Y is equal to number of heads minus number of tails. More than one random variable we can write for any experiment. Remember, more than one random variable we can write for any experiment. So I had denote for here number of heads. Now this is one more random. variable. We will check it out from these elements itself. Y of HH. See, what is our Y? We have denote number of heads minus number of tails. How many heads are there? 2 heads. Is it tails are present? No. So tails are 0. 2 minus 0, it's a 2. Now Y of HT. If we denote heads as 1, tail as 1, 1 minus 1 it will be a 0. Similarly, Y of TH, this is also 0. Y of TT, this is also 2. Now what are the possible values for this? Number of heads minus number of this for this experiment, it's only a 2 and 0. But what about for this? You are going to get 2, 1, 0. Okay. So this is about the random variable. In short, I'll explain. What is random variable? Random variable is nothing but always give the real valued function. From where it will give? From the sample space element. For every elements you have to treat. Okay. And in the question they are going to give the x value, number of heads, number of tails and all those things. Okay. So this is about the random variable. Now the further heading was probability distribution. What is probability range? We know that the maximum range of probability is 1. Is it distributed correctly for that experiment or not? That we are going to check it out. So it is called probability distribution. The distribution of probability for each random variable is known as probability distribution. What it is? The distribution of probability for each random variable is known as probability distribution. I'll write here probability distribution. So how to check means, for always probability distribution there should be a random variable. Without the random variable the distribution of probability will not be existed. So for this problem, what are the possible values? 0 is there, 1 is there, 2 is there. If 1 is repeated twice or any number is repeated twice, you just treat that one as 1 only once. X values are 0, 1, 2. Now P of X. 0. 0 means for what value it is getting? TT. This is the coin is tossed 1 times. It means this value will be treated as 1. 1 upon 4. Why I have taken 4? Because in the sample space we have got 4 elements, HH, HT, TH and TT. Next for 1. 1 how many values we are getting? 2 values. So you write 2 upon 4. What about 2? 2 is getting for only 1, HH. So you write 1 upon 4. Now you just add it all these things. 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 upon 4, it's a 1. So what is the maximum range of probability? It's a 1. So it means that whatever the experiment we had taken and whatever the random variables we got, it is exactly correct. Okay. So based on probability distribution, we have to check it out. Our random variables for the corresponding experiment is right or wrong. Okay. So now take down the probability distribution definition. So what is probability distribution? Definition means if x value, it's a p value, here x1, x2, so on up to xn. So its corresponding probability p1, p2, so on up to pn. Then sigma pi, where I is ranging from 1 to n, is always 1 and probability should be greater than 0. Okay, probability value should not be negative. If in your table anywhere if you are coming across the probability is negative, then it's not a probability distribution. This type of problems are important because you are going to face for 1 mark, that is question number 10. Sometimes you are going to face this type of questions, is it probability distribution or not. Recently we have faced for this annual examination. So is it a probability distribution or not? Based on that, sometimes you are going to face the question for 1 mark, not more than that. Okay. So next coming to the mean, variance and standard deviation. So already we are familiar with the mean, variance and standard deviation. In our statistics, what the mean indicates? Mean will give the average value or a central tendency. What about the variance? Variance will give the variability, so on. And we know that how to calculate standard deviation with the square root of variance. So no need of explanation, we will just take the important formulas for mean, variance and standard deviation and we will solve, because already we are familiar from the statistics. The same concept, there was frequency, here was probability. Formula for mean. Mean is also called expectation. Sometimes in your examination or in the textbook, if you are coming across expectation means, don't bother, it's a E of x, that is mean only. Or sometimes you are going to denote with the symbol mu. And what is our formula means? E of x is equal to sigma x of p of x. This is the formula for mean. Next, variance. Variance will give the variability, we know that. So variance is denoted by V of x, which is equal to E of x square minus E of x whole square. This is one of the formula. So formulas are important. Theory doesn't matter that much because already familiar from the statistics. The same theory will be there. So standard deviation, we know that it's a square root of, it is denoted by sigma, square root of variance. So based on this, I am going to solve this some problems, because we are going to face for sometimes 2 marks, but not compulsory questions. Sometimes we are going to face, find out the mean, variance and standard deviation. So this is our question. So find the mean and variance of the number obtained on the throw of unbiased die. Unbiased die means it's our normal die. So in our normal die, how many possible outcomes are there? 6, we all know that. So let us write that one, solution. So don't forget, for writing the mean and variance, we need the x values. X means random variable. So write first sample space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why I am writing this? This is for unbiased die. Let us denote the x. What is x? X also they have mentioned in the data. Number obtained. X denote number obtained. Number obtained on die. So what are the numbers you are going to get on a die? So this is only the possible outcome. 1 will appear how many times? 1 time. 2 will appear how many times? 1 time. 3, 1 time. 4, 1 time. It means possible values of x are, how I will write, can I write like this? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now correspondingly write, when x is there, we are going to write probability distribution also. This is our die with the 6 outcomes. So how many times 1 is going to return on the die? Only 1 time. But what is the probability? It's a 1 upon 6. 1 will appear only 1 time divided by total number of elements. Similarly, how many times 2 will be going to write on a die? Only 1 time. So write 1 upon 6. This is 1 upon 6. This is 1 upon 6, 1 upon 6 and 1 upon 6. Now they are asking you, so any doubt? I will once again explain why I have written the sample space. The question is based on die. How I have taken the x? X already mentioned in the question. Number obtained on a die. What are the possible numbers you are going to obtain on a die? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have written x. Next, probability distribution, how I have written? 1, how many times it is going to appear? 1 time, 1 upon 6. Similarly like that. Now go upon with the mean. For mean, what was our formula? I will write here. E of x is equal to sigma xp of x. It means we need the multiplication of random variable values and as well as the probability. So make one more column, x of p of x. So 1 into 1 by 6, it's a 1 by 6, it's a 2 by 6, it's a 3 by 6, 4 by 6, 5 by 6, 6 by 6. So we will make the table here. Okay. Now we will substitute in the formula. Therefore mean is denoted by E of x is equal to sigma, means we know that sigma means it's a addition. Add it all the elements, 1 plus 2. See here, this column or this row you are going to add 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 6, 21. Right here 21 upon 6. This is about mean. Now find out variance. What is our variance means? V of x is equal to E of x square minus E of x whole square. It means we need the x square. So how to make x square? Take here x square. 1 square means 1, 2 square means 4, x square, concentrate about x. 3 square means 9, 4 square means 16, 5 square means 25, 6 square means 36. Okay. Next we need one more column, as like in the mean xpx, in the variance there will be a x square p of x. So I will write here. Okay, I will write here itself. No, I will write here x square p of x. So what is x square? This one, 1 into 1 by 6, it's a 1 by 6, 4 into 1, it's a 4 by 6, next it will be a 9 by 6, next it will be a 16 by 6, next it will be a 25 by 6, it will be a 36 by 6. So how to take the variance column? You just take x square, this is x, you just make it as a square. How you are having for the mean xpx, similarly one more row will be extra, x square p of x. Now substitute in that, it is also sigma, add it, 1 plus 4, 5, 5 plus 9, it's a 13, 14 plus 16, 14 plus 16, it's a 30, 30 plus 25, it's a 55, 55 plus 36, it's a 91. 91 upon 6 minus, it's a 21 by 6 whole square. Check it out. 91 upon 6 minus 21 by 6 whole square. Because E of x value is this one. 91 upon 6 minus, what is 21 square? It's a 441. 441 by what is 6 square? It's a 36. So on simplification, 6 and 36 LCM will be a 36 itself. So write here V of x, it's a 36, multiply this with the 6, you are going to get it's a 6, 6 9s are 54, 546 minus 441, so 6 minus 1 is 5, 4 minus 4 is 0, 5 minus 4 is 1, divided by 36. This will be cancelled out with which table? 3 table. 3 1s are 3 2s are 3 3s are 3 5s are. So finally variance will be 35 upon 12. So like this you have to solve. So how to take x? X will denote in the question itself. You have to make x column by p of x, x px, x square p of x. The formulas will be there. Take 2-3 problems. One of the question will be compulsory. See one more question based on E of x and V of x. E of x means mean, V of x means variance. What is our question? First of all we will check it out. One of the meeting is there, some proposal based on, see here, certain proposal, some meeting is going on. In that 100% if we treat, 70% of the members are in favor, they are telling yes for that proposal, and 30% are going to oppose that proposal. It means that x value will be they have given. X you just denote, that is random variable you denote for opposition, that is x is equal to 0 and 1 you take, they are telling. So let us have solution. X values are 0 and 1 they have given. Already they have mentioned in the data, this is 0 and this is 1. Now they are telling probability distribution, because to have the E of x we need xpx, okay. 0 means what we are telling, it's a opposition. How many percent members are in opposition? They are 30%. 30% means it's a 30 by 100. And how many members are in a favor? 1 means we denote that one as a favor. How many percentage members are in favor? 70%. It's at 70 by 100. So this is about probability distribution. Is it correct or not? 70 plus 30, 100 upon 100, 1. Probability range is 1. Next xpx. Zero into something, it's a 0. 70 into 1, it's a 70 upon 100. So this is up to here we can find out the mean. So write here mean. Mean is denoted by E of x. Mean is denoted by E of x. What is E of x? Sigma xpx. So sigma means add up all these things. You are going to get this row, you add 0 plus 70 by 100, it's a 70 by 100. So if you want you can cancel out, 0 with the 0 cancel out. So what is remaining? 7 upon 10 is your mean for this question. Now what is variance? Variance formula we know that. I will write here. V of x is equal to E of x square minus E of x whole square. This is our formula. So for that formula we need extra row, means it's a x square we need. So make it as x square. 0 square is 0, 1 square is 1. Next will be x square p of x. It's a 0, multiply with the probability value, 0 into 30, it's a 0. So it's a 1, 1 into 70, it's a 70 upon 100. Now E of x square means add up the last row, 0 plus 70 by 100, it's a 70 by 100. 70 by 100 minus E of x value already we got, it's a 7 by 10, take a square for that, it's a 7 upon 10 whole square. On further simplification, 70 by 100 minus 7 it's 49 by 100. Okay. So the LCM is 100 itself. So borrow from here, 0 minus 9 it's not possible, borrow from this 7, it will be a 10, 10 minus 9 it's a 1, it will be remained with the 6. 6 minus 4, it's a 2. So 21 upon 100 it's your variance for this question, and this is important. For 2 mark, and it's a repeated question, so I have given this star mark and write 2 mark. Okay, so this is about the mean, variance, like that only some questions are there. That question also I will take now, and we will solve one more problem so that it will be clear for you people how to make a column for mean, variance. Okay, take. One more question I have written on the board. A class has how many students? 15 students. And what is our data here? Age they have given. One of the class is there. In that class 15 students are there with some age. So what are the ages of the students? Means they have given 14 years old, 17 years old, 15 years. Totally you counted all these students are 15. Up to 20 years they have given. In that 21 also it's coming. See here, this is 21. One student is selected in such a manner that each has same chance of being chosen, and age x of selected student is recorded. It means that what are the possible values of x you are going to take? You are going to take the x values are age. So in the data itself they are given. How you have to take x value means you have to read the question thoroughly. You have to take x values as age. So like we will write here solution. X values are age. The age of a students are beginning from 14, 15, 16. 14 has been repeated, so write only once. So I will write here 14, it's a 15, next 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. So now P of x. P of x, how we are going to write? So is it clear how you are going to write the x value? They are going to give in the data itself. Read the question thoroughly. X value you have to take age. The student's age will be starts from 41 and end up to 21. Check it out in your data. Now how many times 14 has been repeated? You just write down that one as P of x. So think where 14 has repeated, it's a 2 times repeated. Write upon 2 upon 15. Why I have taken 15? Because the total number of students are present in the class is a 15. 15 how many times it is repeated? Only 1, I think so. 1 upon 15. Now write, check it out 16. 16, this is 1, this is 1, 2. It's only a 2 times. 2 upon 15. Now check it out 17, it's a 1. So here is 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3. It's a 3 upon 15. Now check it out about 18. 18 is repeated only once, or else it's only 1. So write upon 1 upon 15. How many times 19 is appearing? 19 is appearing 2 times. Check it out from the data. It's a 2 upon 15. 20. 20 is appearing 2 times. Write it's a 2 upon 15. 21 is 1 upon 15. Is it whatever we have taken? Is it correct or not? Add the probability. If you are getting 1, then we have taken the correct values. 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 1, 9. It's a 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It means somewhere we have did a mistake. How many times 19 is repeated? See, check it out 14. 14 is repeated 2 times. I have written correctly. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Only 14 values I have given. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, correct. 14 is repeated 2 times. 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It means one more value we have to get. Check it out, 14 is repeated 2 times, I have written. 15 is repeated, no, only once we have written. 16. 16 how many times? It's a 1, it's a 1, 2, I have written 2. 17 how many times? It's a 1, it's a 2, it's a 3, I have written. Sorry, check it out. 18 we have got only once, I think so. Okay, we are written. What about 19? 19 we have got 2 times, we have written. What about 20? 20 has got here 1 time and there 1 time, it's a 2 time. And what about 21? 21 we got only 1 time. See here, 14 has repeated 2 times, we had taken 23 times it has appeared. Sorry for that, it's 1, it's a 2 and there 3. 3 upon 15, and 21 is appear only for 1, it is 1 upon 15. So next we had to take mean variance. I'll write the mean for that. How to make a mean column? XPX. 14 2s are 28 upon 15, 15 upon 15. So 16 2s are 32 upon 15, 17 3s are 51 upon 15. Next 18 1s are 18 upon 15, 19 2s are 38 upon 15, it's a 23, 60, it's a 21 upon 15. So next you make x square, next you make x square p of x. Okay, so x square 14 square you have to take, next you have to take 15 square, next you have to take 16 square, next you have to take 17 square, and it's for 18 square, 19 square, 20 square and 21 square. Similarly multiply x square p of x column, then you have to simplify for e of x is sigma x px and v of x, it's a e of x square minus e of x whole square. So standard deviation means it's a square root of variance. So this is about assignment for you people. You just solve these values. These are the 14 square, 15 square, 14 square how much, 20 square is 400, 21 square is 441, like this, and multiply with the v of x and you just substitute in this. In the next class I will give the value for the e of x, v of x and standard deviation, and further some more problems we will take based on this probability distribution that you are going to face for. This is 3 mark, it's a assignment for you people. Next class I will give the value for the E, V and standard deviation. Okay. So today we have learned about the mean variance and standard deviation, random variable and probability distribution. For all these mean variance and standard deviation we compulsory need the x value, and for mean variance and standard deviation x value is denoted in the question itself. Okay. We will meet with the some other extra problems in the next class. Thank you.